When you're in a calorie deficit, working towards a fat loss goal to get lean and get more defined, you probably would agree with me here that you get cravings. I too can vouch for this. When I've been working towards my photo shoots and I'm dropping body fat and I'm seeing really good progress, I'm starting to get cravings towards the foods that I've been cutting out. So I'm going to share with you my 10 best fat loss foods, I call them, to give you that helping hand on your calorie deficit. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. It'll mean the world. So let's get into the 10 fat loss foods that I'm sure you're going to love after this. And you're going to be running to the shop to get these foods, just like I was when I was in a calorie deficit. So we're going to start from 10 being, I'd say, the least important fat loss foods to number 1 being, I'd say, the most important that I find really helped me. I'm also going to throw in a bonus fat loss food that I don't think you're going to be disappointed in. So I'll drop that about halfway in. Number 10 is salmon. This food is high in protein. It's not the go-to food that a person would normally choose when they're in a cut, just due to the high fat content, but it has good content of fats such as omega-3s. It also has a high protein content. So if you're craving a food that has flavor and texture to it, and moving away from the boring, bland chicken breast, then you're probably best off choosing a fish option, swapping your chicken breast for salmon. High protein and low in saturated fat, but high in good fats. Number 9 is 70% dark chocolate. Now, I'm a lover of milk chocolate, don't get me wrong. And if you're watching this, you may fancy a milk chocolate bar here and there. But when you're in a fat loss phase, we want to aim to keep the processed sugar intake as low as possible. Number 8 is blueberries, high in antioxidants and vitamins and minerals. They're also quite low in calories. Therefore, I find that I can snack on these quite often, and it just gives me the feeling that I'm eating something sugary, but it's a good healthy food to consume whilst you're in a calorie deficit. So I would recommend snacking on blueberries. Number 7 is broccoli. I find that when I am pretty hungry, sometimes I can just grab some broccoli, and I find that it just can sort of reduce my appetite slightly and keep me quite full until my next meal. Broccoli is great because it's high in vitamins and minerals, and it's pretty low in calories. You can snack on broccoli, and it'll keep you full until your next meal. So I find this a great food when I'm in a fat loss phase. Number 6 is 5% fats Greek yogurt. Make sure you choose the low sugar one, because you've got to be aware these days that the manufacturers pack so much processed sugar into yogurt. So make sure you choose one that is very low in sugar and high in protein. There's a few options out there that you can choose, but I find this is a great option to work into my meals. It's quite versatile. You can take it on the go, have it for breakfast, have it as a snack, and you can find some really high protein options, low in sugar, low in fats, and also high in good bacteria, which is also important for the gut. Here's the bonus food, and that is red wine. I find a small glass on the weekends helps me take the edge off any cravings of alcohol, such as beers. I can hold my hand up here and say, I enjoy a beer here and there, but when I'm in a calorie deficit, I do try and stay away from beers. I find them high in calories, they bloat me up, and they affect my sleep. But a small glass of red wine that is of the highest quality from a natural source, it's a high quality red wine from a good quality grape, can really help you take the edge off your cravings for alcohol. Because it's important when you're in a fat loss phase to not completely restrict your alcohol intake. I've made this mistake many times before and I didn't succeed. I would always end up craving beers and just end up getting halfway into my fat loss phase. And before I know it, I'm going out with my friends having 5-6 beers, and then I'm just regretting it the next day. So a good glass of red wine, I find, can really help me manage my alcohol intake. So number 5 is jumbo whole rolled oats. I'd 100% recommend these as a food to give you a good source of carbohydrates. They're high in fiber. They're generally low in calories, and they're quite versatile. You can mix them in with your smoothies, with your yogurts. You can have them as a porridge dish. So they're quite versatile. You can do overnight oats. Number 4, we have sweet potato. I find this is a really, really good fat loss food because it's high in good quality carbohydrates. It's low in fat, low in sugar, and low in calories. So you can have this in your evenings after a busy day, and you can have a good amount on your plate, and you won't be packing on the calories, and you'll just feel pretty full from the sweet potato. Number 3 is 10-calorie jelly. These are a great option for anyone that is craving sweets. Like myself, when I'm in a fat loss phase, I'm craving sweets, I'm craving sugar. So 10-calorie jelly I have most nights when I'm in a fat loss phase, and it just takes the edge off wanting something sweet at night time. If you're like me, if you like a dessert in the evenings, then you're probably best off having a 10-calorie jelly as one of your options. I'd highly recommend it. Number 2 is turkey burgers. Turkey is a good alternative to chicken, particularly when you've been having chicken so often, as I was when I was in a fat loss phase. You just get a bit sick and bored of chicken. It's a bit on the dry, it can be a bit on the dry side, but turkey can be slightly more moist, and it can be slightly more flavoursome. So I would highly recommend turkey burgers. And if you have that with a whole seeded bun, then again, you can make a good meal out of that. So number 1 fat loss food, and if you waited and watched to the end, you're not going to be disappointed, is Halo Top protein ice cream. This was absolutely a lifesaver for me when I was working towards my photo shoot, and particularly when I worked towards getting to 4% body fat. I would have Halo Top ice cream every single night. I worked it into my macros. So I would highly recommend Halo Top if you're back end of your cut and you're feeling like your cravings are, times 10. Halo Top ice cream. Have a scoop every night after your dinner, maybe with your 10-calorie jelly, and there you have a dessert for about 100 calories, and it will really just take the cravings off you feeling like you want something sweet and naughty. So there you have my 10 fat loss foods. I hope you found these beneficial. Make sure you do go out and buy these and work them into your fat loss journey. I guarantee that if you do, they will help you. But anyhow, I wish you all the best of luck with your journey. Drop me a message anytime if you need some help. Please comment on this video if you found it useful. Also, drop a like, and if you're feeling good, drop me a subscription as well. That would be absolutely fantastic. Have a lovely day.